Charity Cricket Club, and also the official, Nicole Ange, here for the toss. Diane tossing the coin. Heads is the call. Tails it is. Diane winning the toss. What would you like to do first?
We are going to bowl first, and yeah, we've seen how the pitch is and the outfield, so we want to bowl first, and we try and restrict them to not go over 100, so it can be easy for us to chase.
Any changes to your side?
No changes. It's only Ange who's in, and Fedin is out.
All right, all the best. Henriette, losing the toss. If you had won the toss, what would you have done?
Bat first.
And now that you've been sent into bat first, what sort of total are you trying to target?
120 plus.
120 plus. Any changes to your side?
Grass out and Justin coming.
All right, thank you very much. That's the report from out here in the middle. Charity winning the toss and electing to bowl first.
Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the second game today. Yeah, in Tatwa Hampshire taking on Charity. There is in Tatwa Hampshire squad in Red Ishimwe, the captain, Giselle Ishimwe, Ingabire Justine, Ingabire Sifa, Twizere Cynthia, Tumukunde Joseph, Muhawi Nimana, Immaculate Irakoze Flora, Uviti Nemana, Uwifiti Nema, Lillian, Uimbiye, Giseline, Uizweimana Devota, and Mukwaneza Grace. That is the in Tatwa Hampshire. And Charity Cricket Club, the captain Bimenyimana Diane, Anje Uwingabire Ikuzwe Rina, Irajena Sonia, Nyirandorimana Pacific, Neima Micheline, Zabayo Sandrine, Ishimwe Diane, Umtoni Celine, Uamahoro Angelique, and Uamahoro Katia. That is the Charity Women's Cricket Squad. There by Charity winning the toss and electing to have a ball face. I'm here with Zaid Khan, who was earlier at the toss. Zaid, talk us through the toss.
It's an interesting decision being taken there, Leonard, choosing to bowl first. Then we have Giselle Ishimwe, 74 matches, 72 innings, 1,868 runs to her name, 119 being the highest, top of the top quality batter she is, 950s and 100 to her name. Explosive. The pair of Ishimwes out there in the middle, Giselle Ishimwe and Ishimwe Henriette.
Zaid Khan, I must say, this is looking forward to be an interesting game, and the gods have finally favored us to watch this game to the end. This is one of the two strongest teams in the league. Look at back-to-back there.
8 games, 5 been won. Could you please bring that up once again?
Like I say, Zaid Khan, the sun is out here in bits and pieces. We've got a game in our hands. First ball up, by comes in there. Giselle Ishimwe goes for the cut, but missing everything. Then the keeper also missing the ball. It's going to be an interesting game here, Khan, I'm telling you. These two teams, one of the strongest teams in the league now, facing each other here. A must win again for Charity to make sure that they keep their hopes alive of winning this RCA Women's Davabet T20. So this is a must-win game for them. And also Pacific Nyirandorimana coming into ball there. She's got that habit of taking wickets at will here now. She comes in with these two Ishimwes at the crease, two of the best batters in that team. So what kind of approach do you think these two batters are going to use, and the bowlers again?
Well, naturally speaking, they've got an aggressive approach. They've got an aggressive game to their side. And you can see both of the Ishimwes out there in the middle. If you do not pick up the wicket early on, they do tend to pile up bunch of runs against you, especially making good use of that power play, trying to go over the top. And it's a very, very healthy game we've got this afternoon. The sun is out, the pitch is playing well. Yet to open their account so far. Just that wide gifted away by Nirandorimana.
You can see a lot of field adjustment happening in there. A deep extra cover is being brought in the circle, then long off and long on. They know Ishimwe likes to hit in that particular region. Good thinking there from Diane Bimenyimana, the captain. Again, the other thing that I would want to recommend, maybe to look nicer when Indatwa is betting. He tries to go for that short delivery, but finding the fielder at mid-wicket, I'm saying it will look better when Indatwa is fielding. They've got some new kit here today.
Yeah, shiny, flashy colors. That's what the shorter format brings. Brightness into the performance as well as you're putting on brighter outfits. Lots of confidence upon the shoulders. With that, we come to the end of the first over. Just one run on board. How unlikely is that? How rarely do you see this pair scoring just one run in the initial over of the game? We know how aggressive they can be, but considering the pitch, they're just being watchful, I believe.
It's just a matter of knowing what to do. And these two, you cannot just write them off because of this over here. I'm telling you, these are the most dangerous opening pair in this league. They know exactly how to go about their betting business. So let's just wait and find out to see how they're going to go about their approach in the game here going forward. So now being brought into the attack is right arm off spin. Is Irajena Sonia coming in from the pavilion end. Then the field set there is a long on only outside the boundary they protecting. Then she starts off there. Being a bit watchful there, Giselle Ishimwe. But like I said earlier on, Zaid Khan, these are not the two betters that you can write them off. These are the betters that can even go for below 50% strike rate. In a couple of 2 or 3 balls, they can get it to 200. So it's going to be interesting to see how they are going to go about their betting and how long are they going to be betting in there. Wide being signaled there.
Giselle just shying away from that offer. She was trying to fish way, way outside of something she's been guilty of. And you can see the two top performers of the tournament.
Right, just a quick here, Zaid Khan, just a quick break, 2-3 minutes here. We've got the player of the match of the previous game, Sorowate, winning that game by 65 runs. In the player of the match, there is one of the guys that we've been talking about. I was saying, let's hope she doesn't get that poor performance that we've been seeing from the commentators here. Irera Rosin manages to perform today. How come, Irera? Talk us through your performance and how you see your other commentators, Zaid Khan and Bob, when they are playing the league as well.
Thank you, Leonard. Firstly, what I can say is to just train hard and pray easy. It's all about having light session. If you come to commentary box, then you don't have trainings, you can't perform well. But if you manage to have your trainings, it will be easy when you get into the ground. That's why today it was not so challenging for me, because I trained and then I was really understanding what the plan.
Thank you very much. There you see another shot being played there. Giselle, use of the feet, hit on the ground. That 2 guys behind it, Katya and Diane, the captain, that's only for a single. I like the way that you've mentioned, train hard and play easy. And this is exactly what we have seen there. And that is a good advice to the other players that are out there that want to learn from such a good performance. Those are the ways that I would quote there myself. Train hard, play easy. Another dot delivery comes in to end the over. Number 2 in Datwa Hampshire are on 5 for no loss after 2 overs. There is the Datwa Hampshire dugout looking smart with the new kit. Lovely. This is what we need. This is good development. I hope all the other teams are also watching. Look at Cherit again. They've got their kit again. New one. There is in Tatwa Hampshire. All the other clubs, I hope they are watching in. Gahanga Queens, Sorwate, and White Clouds getting on in the kit. That is investment. This is what the game brings. Lovely pictures to see. There is again Nyerandorimana Pacific to continue from the airport end. Deep extra cover and mid long on for Giselle Shimwe. Starts off. I thought it was a wide at some point, but umpire Gaston Ibizi not even moved. And look at Giselle Shimwe looking at the umpire. She thought that have been a bit more wide. So it's interesting with the contest between players and umpires is always lovely to see. The being watchful again. Number 99, Giselle Shimwe. So Irera Rosin, now you guys have won that game again. So going forward, which teams are you guys going to be playing in again in the next 2 weeks?
We are praying with Hampshire.
So that is going to be another must-win game for you guys again. So to keep your hopes alive of winning this. Again, swing and a miss there from Giselle Shimwe. I don't know why she's being a bit watchful here. These are the kind of bowlers that you also need to take away again. Get out of that negative zone. Be positive. Play your shots. The keeper is standing down there. The ball is slow, not coming onto the bed. Use of the feet. We saw it in the morning happening again. Again, dropped in front. 1 run it is. And this is something that is good now. If you are not getting those boundaries that you want to get or those other obvious runs, try to come up with other options, come up with other plan. Going into your game now, you have been involved in a run out with one of your best friends. Today we saw it. Quick from the bed, you're all already on a crease. What was the plan in that game?
Because of among to me and Divine.
Again, I talked about Pacific taking wickets at will. Look there, a big wicket she has taken there, dismissing Henriette Ishimwe for 1 out after facing 7 deliveries. She walks back to the pavilion, being caught there. And we talked about these 2 batters being careful on their batting. Instead of playing their own game, they're trying to be watchful there. Look at that. They thick outside edge. They could take from the keeper there. So they've been careful not playing their own game, being in the shell. If they'd gone for these bowlers, I'm telling you, maybe they would have done. But credit goes to Gideon and the team for trusting in Nyerandorimana, and she's one of their go-to bowlers. Every time she bowls, something happens. This is good, especially to Charity managing to get that breakthrough. Ingabire Sifa, 34 matches, 21 innings, 159 runs. 24 runs is the highest. Not much to expect from a player of her caliber. She would have done better than that. An average of 12.3, 12.23. No 50 whatsoever, no 100. Good breakthrough there from Charity. Credit goes to Nyerandorimana Pacific and the captain. So, talking about what I've been saying in your game, the run out there, talk us through, was we want to know exactly what has happened. You guys were well in control. A good partnership was developing. Was it a message that came through from the dugouts for you guys to step up the scoring runs? Then you opted to go for that run out. End of over number 3, 6 for 1 in Datwa Hampshire.
So what was there yet? We were just talking about having quick lands, and like when we were batting there was no one who can just pick a boundary, because none of us who was able to hit the ball had just tried to get ones and doubles. But the miscommunication also there comes in, because after that ball we will have before that ball we had a meeting, and then she told me if I touch the ball we have to go and quickest one, because also it was me who was going in the danger zone, but she doesn't pick it. She was just thinking about the ball she prayed.
Good running between the wickets there from Sifa Ingabire, knowing that the fielders are standing on the 30 as soon as Giselle touched that ball, they managed to squeeze in that single. That is good. The key thing that we can point from what you've said is communication. You guys had agreed to take on fielders because you knew that between both of you, none of you guys is good enough to hit the ball to the boundary, but you played according to your strength. Unfortunately, you went out, but at least if you look at how the game went, you guys managed to put in a competitive total, and that led to you guys winning that game. So thank you very much, Irera Rosine, for being with us here. Go and enjoy your sweet victory and your trophy for today's game.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another tossed-up delivery has been played onto the leg side. Will pick up 2 runs comfortably there. Picking up that massive wicket of Ishimwe Henriette Leonard was something concerning. If you could see from the stance that she was on, you could see the front foot way across. And then playing a shot onto the leg side is never easy. Trying to bring your body across the line of the ball always makes you vulnerable to those LBW decisions. And that's where she falls short of judgment and losing her wicket early on.
Yeah, but I must say it's also some good thinking from the bowler and the captain, Diane, for Cherit again, taking that breakthrough. You know that this is one of the most destructive batters in the league. So having to get to come up with a plan and dismiss a lovely shot there from Giselle Ishimo, use of the feet, taking charge there, managing to find the captain at mid-off, who did a fantastic job there. So it also goes according to the plan. It shows that Charity came here with a plan as well, how to dismiss such kind of batters again. So the only thing that they managed to do very well is those 2 overs, I'm telling you, of managing to contain Henriette and Giselle, quieten them. That led to her playing that loose shot.
It's definitely opting to bowl first. You've got to come in with a strong strategy, especially with the likes of the top 2 performers you're facing. Again, the person they need to really be taking care of is Giselle Ishimwe, the top performer in this Duffabet RCA T20 Women's. 6 innings, 158 runs she scored so far, averaging 31.6, strike rate of 101. Just ahead of Uwase Merveille, who plays for Gahanga Queens. 147 she's got to her name. There is a significant amount of difference there. And now we get to see Bimenyimana Diane coming from the airport end. She will be bowling to Giselle. They play lots of cricket together. She is the skipper of the national side. What do you expect out of her, Leonard?
The last game she played, she took 6 wickets. So she's capable enough of doing that, and Giselle is very much aware of that. The lovely shot there into the covers. Can it go all the way to the boundary? Not. But it's only 2 runs there. Like what you mentioned earlier on, you said as long as Giselle is up there, there is hope of Intakwa putting on a competitive total and a big one there. So she has got a lot of things to carry on her shoulders here. But with Diana again, with the ball and the experience that she possesses, she has to work a bit more harder.
Yes, definitely. And I believe from here on, whoever enters this side for Indatwa Hampshire needs to work around a game that supports the batting of Giselle. Because if she hangs in there, later on coming in to play about the 15th over, 14th over, you'll get to see the explosiveness of Giselle coming out. She's someone who's very quick between the wickets. So at the moment, trying to bring balance to their ship. They can try picking up those singles and doubles here. And just annoy the fielders. It can be quite frustrating on a sunny day out here, sunny afternoon at Gahanga. When you're trying to rotate strike, the fielders are not happy with it, especially the bowler. Lovely drop and run. That's what I was talking about. Stealing these runs. It's something we saw even from the men's competition earlier on in this year. During the East Africa tournament, we saw the likes of Simon Sesazi, Roger Mukasa, rotating the strike at will. Just a simple drop and run. We saw it by the Ugandan girls as well during the Kwibuka tournament. Piling up runs. Valuable runs, I must say. 3 legal deliveries left here by Bimenyimana Diane. Attempted once again, but hard hands this time around. You wouldn't like to take on the arm of Bebish. Another fighter out there in the field. Has a tendency of getting lots of direct hits. Also known as a game changer.
You've said the right word there, Zaidkan game changer. They know she steps up. That is all the way racing to the boundary there. Missed everything. But there's a fielder there finally who did a fantastic job to stop that. I almost thought that it has gone to the boundary from where we are seeing there, where we are sitting. You can't see the fielder there. But I don't think Diane Bimenyimana will be the happiest of them all. She knows that the wicketkeeper is not the regular one, because they used to have Kevin Awino from Uganda being behind the stumps there with the gloves. But now with Angelique just taking up the part-time job with the glove, you don't expect much from that. But she took a good catch there for Henriette Shimwe. Nicely watched there by Gisele Shimwe. She knows exactly how important her wicket is. That's why she's playing in that particular manner. 8 runs of 14 deliveries by Ishimwe Giselle. There, some of the spectators, the young boys watching in the game there. Lovely. In that one, Hampshire there, 5 matches played, 8 points. Gahanga Queen 6, 8 points. Sorowate now on 8 points, played 7. Charity played 5 on 6 points. White Cloud 7, nothing to talk about in terms of points. So it's still very much open there for those 4 teams again to see who is going to be topping up this Davabet RCA Women's T20 League for 2023.
It's interesting to see also the net run rate and the competition between number 2 and number 4 team on the table there. Very similar looking net run rate. Change of bowler. Celine Umotoni Wase coming from the pavilion end. Starts off with a dot delivery. Again, it's something, not having those 2 players coming from Uganda to play for their side. What sort of attack do they portray today is another interesting sight to capture.
Yeah, I mean, we'll say there, but we have to worry about that after the first inning when we see what kind of a total has been put in there on the board. Then we'll start thinking about their absence. But as it stands for now, with 17 for 1 after 5 overs, that is some good bowling performance from Charity here.
Yes, they've managed to keep it very, very low so far, very tight, not allowing even the likes of Giselle to open up her arms. You can see she's on 8 of 14 deliveries. So she is someone that can accelerate and get her strike rate high, but even to see her going through this, lovely attempt once again, lovely stop there, not allowing the ball to go through. And the outfield, as we know, is a bit dampy, so getting through it will require lots of power and precision and lots of proper timing.
Interesting here to see Captain Diane thinking there. Sifa Ingabire has been getting those singles at mid-wicket square leg. She has got two guys at mid-wicket area. That's 10 meters apart from each other and a mid-on inside, stopping Sifa from getting off strike. That is good strategy, but goes off with foot toss there. She manages to survive that. I thought at one point the umpire would have signaled that as a no ball, but they didn't. So look at the strategies and the thinking now. That is some good thinking from Diane there, getting those three guys in behind square to stop Sifa balls. If you look at Sifa's technique, everything that she drives, it goes to the leg side, square leg, mid-on, mid-wicket, those are the areas that she is in. She rarely hits the ball in the covers, and Diane having to understand that, and that is a good tactic to employ there.
And also the alertness by Giselle there. You could see the way she took charge and came on strike, realizing the fumble there by the keeper, which should be a regular stop, but ended up gifting a run. Just 3 runs coming off that over. We come to the end of the 6th over, end of the power play. 19 runs on board for the loss of 1. Team Mindatwa will need to take charge. At least keep the scoreboard ticking here.
Yeah, definitely very true. But if you look at the strategy that is being employed by Diane, is to have Sifa face a lot of deliveries. And so if you look at that, that was a good plan again, getting Giselle off strike and getting Sifa there off the last ball. Now Sifa comes in there. Straight up look at Giselle calling Sifa. I think Giselle has realized that for the past 2-3 overs, this is what Charity has been doing. That's why the scoreboard is not moving. So I think she has whispered in Sifa's ears to say, just get it there, get me on strike. Because to have Sifa on strike is a big advantage for Charity.
Yes, and Diane Bimenyimana will make sure she stays on there. As you can see, she's getting some movement in the air because of that cherry. The shine is still on, the ball is still fresh, hasn't been launched or hurt so much that the shine gets carried away. Good looking shot that, but straight into the hands.
I'm not going to talk about a lot of technique there when Sifa is playing, but just seeing from there, she's not someone who can hit you in the covers there because the bed is always closed anyway. So Diane has realized that, look, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in front of her, and she knows that she bowls out swing, and she's got a mid-wicket look. That's where the ball has been hit. So she's bowling according to the plan, and this is excellent to see how the kind of thinking Captain Diane is, and it has worked for them for the past 6 overs, getting Sifa on strike. 3 balls so far, dot balls that she has bowled. In the field planning, excellent. Again, you see, she is not someone who's going to hit you in the covers. Because of a misfield there, Diane Dusabi Mungu manages to get Sifa off strike. And look at Diane, she was not happy with that, but she knew that the more they bowl to Sifa, the more pressure they apply to Giselle. Now with Giselle on strike now, that is where now the importance of the awareness of understanding what's happening. What kind of approach or shots is Giselle Ishimwe going to play in there? You've got 2 delivers left. Going for a single, it brings Sifa back on strike, and that is pressure coming to her again. So what option do you think Giselle is going to go on against someone like Diane?
Well, technically speaking, it would either be a double or a boundary or a maximum. Those are the 3 options you can go for from here on. Because if you manage to pick up a single from here, the following over, you might be missing out on that opportunity of facing again. There you go. She has picked up a single. Good call there. Very selfless, I must say, for the team. And she is very quick between the wickets. Very rarely would you find Giselle Ishimwe being run out. She's very sharp with her calls, very quick between the wickets. And majority of her runs, she knows how to slowly and steadily pile them up. Comfortable 2 runs there.
Good cricket there being displayed by both teams. I'm telling you, thinking cricket that we are seeing here, like I said, these are 2 of the strongest team in the league. The end of over number 7, 23 for the loss of 1 wicket. Charity winning the toss and electing to have a ball first. It has worked for them here now. They've claimed the imported wicket of Henriette Ishimwe, the Indatwa Hampshire captain, sitting now in the dugout waiting for a 10 to come in field and bowl. But all is worked so far well for Charity. Now the introduction of Celine Umtoni once again to bowl his second over. I think this is now where Giselle Ishimwe needs to start stepping up the gear now, targeting bowlers like this. Because Diani Bimenyimana Zaidi has bowled 2 overs. I'm not going to see her continue to bowl the other overs because she knows that she has to be there at the back end of the innings. So these mid overs now, they are the one that are important. Use of the feet across the vacant area region there of mid wicket. There's no one manning that particular position, but because of the heavy outfield, that ball could not get enough power or foot to get to the boundary, but they can only manage to get only 2 runs.
It surely gets very frustrating as a batsman, as a batter, while you're in there and striking the ball cleanly, but still the ball fails to reach the boundary ropes despite targeting the vacant regions. The heavy outfield there is not helpful. Once again, use of the feet, and this time lovely hands, lovely power through the shot, and the fielder could just watch the ball sail across to the boundary ropes there. Beautiful looking.
Look at that well-flighted use of the feet again, and the placement over the mid-off fielder there. Lovely piece of cricket from Giselle Ishimwe, knowing that the mid-off is inside the circle, so she has to go aerial and picking that gap for 4. Again, drops shots there, but in front, just setting up for a single. Now everyone has been brought in back into the circle. They quick thinking from Diane Bimenyimana. This is what I like about her captains again here. Look at the way she controls the troops. This is what you want from your captain. Always thinking, always coming up with plans. And bowlers also need to back her up.
Well, of course, you've got to understand what sort of gameplay a batter has. And according to that, the field has been placed. Now the bowler has to bowl accordingly. The sort of bowling in Datwa Hampshire has as well. They've got a bowling depth, and these runs won't come easy for Charity Women's Cricket Club.
8 overs gone, 33 for 1. Very well said there, Zaid Khan. But if you look at Charity again, they've got the captain, Diane Bimenyimana again, a very handy batter. They've got Katia Wamahor again, another batter in the team. So those two are going to be playing a crucial role in this run chase. And they are capable enough of doing that as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they are going to go about their betting with whatever score that is going to be put on the board here by Indatwa Hampshire. Now the change of bowling there from the airport end. Neymar Michelin comes into ball.
If there's any opportunity of justifying your role, this is it. As a batter, you get a total to be chased down. And it shows the quality of game you bring to the table. You've got to find out ways to provide for your team. The two names you mentioned, senior players of the Rwanda women's national side as well. Diane Bimenyimana, with a rich history, a family background as well from a cricketing side. Both of her younger brothers bowl for the national sides, respectively under 19 and national team men. We've heard of the name Zapi Bimenyimana on a couple of occasions, and Ivan Bimenyimana once again. Nima, we've got from the pavilion and from the airport, and I beg your pardon, and a quick single being taken here.
Wide there from Neymar Michelin, trying to bowl a bit more quicker there, but missing the line and the length. And it's going to be interesting with the pace she's trying to bowl here with Giselle Ishimo's strike. The moment she misses the line and the length, I'm telling you, Giselle will capitalize on that.
Giselle was on 17 of 22, racing away as the most prolific batsman. What a beautiful shot that was. Will the outfield stop that? No, it won't. The chase was on by the skipper, but this time the ball wins the race. Beautiful hands. Beautiful looking cover drive that by Giselle. Something we've gotten so used to seeing here. Have a look at that. It did shape away, slightly away from her, but within the zone, smashing through the line of the ball. Excellent ball striking this by Giselle Ishimwe. And in no time, she's on 21 of 23 now. Once again, doesn't get the similar connection, but will happily rotate the strike.
Smart cricket there being played again. Charity need to find a way to quieten Giselle Ishimwe here. Don't give her those loose deliveries. They've done that so far. Sifa Ingabire tries to look for that mid-wicket region gap that is not there, but only finding the mid-wicket fielder there. An important dot ball in this over from Neymar Michelin. He needs more of that. And the only plan here is to make sure that you get Sifa Ingabire to be on strike a lot of the time more than Giselle Ishimwe. And that's what these guys need to be doing. Once they realize that, work with that plan and stick to it.
Again, a small little partnership coming up after that initial blow of Ishimwe Henriette. Saving the side, piling up valuable runs. It's very good to see. And how often do we see during Indatwa Hampshire's games whereby how often do we get to see during the games of Indatwa Hampshire Cricket Club, if someone like Giselle happens to leave early, Henriette takes over. If Henriette departs early, Giselle Ishimwe takes over. So it's a show of responsibility and maturity alongside. There you see the contribution of 20 of 16 and 14 of 21 respectively, Ngabire Sifa and Giselle Ishimwe. A partnership of 36 of 37 deliveries. Excellent comeback, I must say, A sigh of relief by the dugout after having lost that initial. I know Eric Toll must be very happy with the efforts the batting is putting in.
9 overs gone here, 42 for the loss of 1. Sonia Iragenya comes back to the attack from the pavilion end to bowl. Yeah, third over. Yes, it's interesting what you've said about these guys exchanging responsibility. But the biggest question that I would ask here is why can they, both of them, do the same thing despite having lost a wicket? If they can be able to take responsibility when the other one is gone, why can you not just shift it, both of you there on the wicket, and take the responsibility at the same time?
It is due to the nature of reliability. Once you rely on your partner and you have that firm belief, and the other person has the same firm belief in you, one of the other happens to fall apart. It's just the nature of the game. Otherwise, the rest of the players would feel quite useless. Three dot deliveries here by Irajena. Good over, but will she continue with that? Once again, well stopped there by Nima. At point, was traveling at her at pace. Good control here, good fight back by Charity Women's Club. Catch opportunity was there and has been put down, went past her in a flash. It was for the taking, but couldn't get to it in time. How rare do those opportunities come by? It's something Giselle Ishimwe has been very guilty of in recent times. Leonard, you've worked with her closely. How many times have you trained with her to drive the ball on the ground? It's something we've seen her struggle with, playing the ball in the air as she takes on that drive.
Short run there being signaled by the umpire. Again, if I'm looking at Sonia Iragena, I know he is an off spinner, but if you look at the way she's bowling now, she's bowling a bit of some leggies. I think that is something that is troubling Giselle Ishimwe here, because she's expecting the ball to come into here, then it's going away there. But lovely, clever, smart bowling from Sonia Iragena there to end over number 10 on 43 for the loss of 1 wicket. Going back to what you've said, yes, when you are working with players also, there are some things, yes, in terms of the game, we all talk about hitting the ball straight on the ground a lot of the times, but runs can always come any way you want them to do. So what you always do is sometimes you chat with the players, understand what they feel comfortable with when they are playing out their balls. You can tell them to go and hit the ball down on the floor, but the moment they cross the rope, they go in up there, they've got their own thinking, they've got their own mindset. So I've been having a couple of chats with her about hitting balls earlier, but she said she feels good enough to be hitting the ball up there, but she's always trying to hit it over the fielders. So she just said, what I just need to do is to make sure that I place my ball very well into the gap or over the fielders, rather than to stop me from playing shots like that, because the moment I stop playing like that, I'm not free. So sometimes you also give them that leeway to learn the game along that way. If she gets away with that, good enough for any team. If she falls down, that's where now you sit down and ask and make sure that she understands exactly how it means to be playing the ball along the ground every time. But something that when they get up there, I'm telling you, we can teach them, coach them, talk to them as much as you can. But the moment they walk out there, they're on their own. It's them who are doing the thinking. Then us coaches, we just note down and do the reflection after the game and see how should we go forward.
Very, very well said there. Of course, you've got to be on your own terms out there in the middle. The coach has done his part. He cannot enter the boundary ropes for you. You've got to do it all on your own. And understanding that you've gotten away, might be fortunate enough to try out different things. Nima Michelin coming from the airport end. Just 10 runs she's given away. She's into her second over so far.
Yeah, that is true. There, definitely. It's all about understanding who you are as a player, what works for you, what does not work for you. You understand? Neymar has bought a decent over so far. Look at that again, right on the money there. Not allowing Giselle to free her arms either straight or vertical there. This is what Charity has managed to do. Giselle is on 24 of 32 deliveries. They've done fantastically very well with Diane and the troops to make sure that Giselle they've quietened her. So it's going to be interesting, Zaid, to see when she survives the last overs, how she's going to play. You look at that again. She went aerial, but there was no way, no one, not even a fielder closer to Keita. So these are the things that she has been saying, that yes, you can tell me about to hit the ball on the ground, but a cricket shot is a cricket shot, whether it's up in the air or down on the ground. As long as that shot is safe for me, I'll take that route.
Again, final delivery of the 11th over here. 45 on board for the loss of 1. Powerfully struck once again. And they are trying for a double. They pick up that double comfortably, very quick between the wickets, these two. We're done with 11 overs here, 49 on board for the loss of 1. Team Indatwa Hampshire cruising along at the moment. And we've got a guest here in the commentary box, Sarah Wera, part of Team Indatwa Hampshire, and a bomb catch being taken there. Good effort. Welcome, Sarah, here in the commentary box.
Thank you, Zed.
Not being part of the playing 11, I know you must be itching to be playing this competition, and like to ask you about the updates of your injury. How's it going so far?
As you can imagine, it's not that easy to say. It's a hard thing to admit mentally, but everything is going well, and I hope I will be back soon.
And when you're not part of the playing 11, how else do you support your team?
I'm always there when my team plays, giving them some advice as a senior player in the team, and also as one of the players. I know what sometimes I help the captain with some of the techniques they use on the field, and also myself being there with the team. It makes me like be involved, stay in the game, so that anytime I come, I'll be I'll be ready, and I won't miss a lot.
Oh, that's great to hear. And since you're on a break from playing cricket, how about watching cricket? As the World Cup fever is on, what team do you support during the World Cup?
I'm not very good at supporting, but I'll say I'm supporting South Africa right now, and it's worth it.
Very well said. And your team choosing your team being sent in to bat first in this game over here. What sort of a total do you think they will be putting up, having lost that initial wicket of Ishimwe Henriette?
Um, it's so bad that we lost the first wicket of Yoshime as one of the big batters we have on the team. But Sifa came in and she controlled the innings, and she's doing very well with Giselle. And I think if they can get to 110, it will be a good score. 110 or 120, it's a good score to defend according to how the pitch is today.
Very well said. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure having you here in the commentary box. We will be joining Leonard once again. Thank you, Sarah.
Anytime, Sid.
12 overs gone here, 58 for the loss of one. The captain, Diane Bimenyimana, is coming in to come and bowl a third over there. Giselle Shimo, 19 of 27, Giselle Shimo on 31 of 37, Sifat, 19 of 27. A good partnership that is developed here from these two batters here. And in that way, are the happiest of the two teams here. You heard Sarah talking about 110, 115 to defend on the wicket, but I feel they can get a bit more there to apply pressure on Charity here. Was Charity with Diane Bimenyimana, Katia, to Savi Mungu, those are good batters in the team, so you'd want to put a total away. It puts pressure on them early up in the order, because they are guys that are capable of doing that. I'm not saying they should lose as Charity, but sometimes you need lovely piece of ball there from the captain again, beating the outside edge of Giselle Shimwe, who had no clue whatsoever. Smart bowling from Giselle. I'm not saying Charity must not win this game, but what I'm saying is at least if we want to see a good game here, that is the sort of total that needs to come in there. Test the players to say how do they chase such particular targets when they are put in to the board. Again, drop in front. Quick single there. Smart from Ishimwe Giselle.
Well, of course, from the looks of it, you can see how Charity expected Giselle Ishimwe to be the main wicket here, and out of syllabus came Ingabire Sifa, and really supporting this partnership to a point where it looks extremely stable at the moment. 59 for the loss of one. We're into the 13th over here. Bimenyimana Diane there having a very animated reaction as the ball missed the off stump by a thickness of paint.
Again, good running being the wickets there. The fielders are on their feet on the circle there. As soon as Sifa touches that, she takes off. The calling has been exceptionally very well. This is what I've been singing since early on in the morning. Running beneath the wickets in such conditions is going to be very, very important. And these two guys have managed to do that. So it's something that Diane and the troops needs to be aware of and try to find ways of stopping Sifa from rotating strike. Shot there off the legs, clipped away, but there's a fielder who runs across. There she goes for the dive. Save a team 2 runs. Lovely piece of fielding there from young GT Fu, they call here, Sandrine, who has been Isabayo, who has been fielding in that region. But a good shot again also from Giselle Shima's side.
If you could see that once again on the replay, it was a short arm jab onto the front foot. Very interesting, something you would expect from someone like Surya Kumar Yadav with a half a flourish of the bat. Exceptionally done well there, Giselle. Bringing new array of shots to the game. Also, the youngsters get excited by these shots and they want to try it out. Have a look at that. Look at the bat flow there. Boom. Beautiful looking shot that was. It'd be interesting to see her play that shot and and she takes it a mile. The aerial route.
Definitely is going to get to that point someday. Sifa goes up and over the field at short third. That will go all the way there to the boundary. 4 runs it is. If they said if you are edging it, edge it hard. It worked for Sifa Ingabire there. End of over, number 13. With a boundary. Look at that.
She wouldn't mind it, whichever way it comes. These are valuable runs. Beautiful. No chance the fielder in the deep stood against that racing delivery. It's something, Leonard, my uncles taught me at a very young age. If you've got to offer a shot, make sure you give it a whack. Even edges can go a distance.
Definitely I agree with them, because if it's there for the hitting, you gotta throw your hands into it, because it's there for the taking. So why do you want to go half? You gotta go throw your hands into it so that it goes. So that is what you should be doing as a batter. Again, it's in the zone for the hitting. Throw your hands at it and it goes. There is Pacific. Nyirandorimana comes back to bowl from the pavilion end.
It's good to see Ingabire Sifa playing that supportive role to Giselle. Yes, Giselle can be the aggressor here, but she needs that support. In a game of cricket, there are always 2 batters or batsmen out there in the middle, and the burden has to be divided evenly. And at the moment, they're doing it just fine. Goes down on one knee and plays it on the leg side, but there is a fielder in the deep. She was trying to play that just fine enough so that she could beat that fielder to her right. The fruits of your labor, Leonard, coming into action. I've seen this shot multiple times in the nets being practiced.
Yeah, definitely. If I also see that, I'll be the happiest of them all, because we talk about executing them when it matters most, especially when you're playing games, rather than playing them in the nets. When you go out there, you need to showcase them. So there's no point of playing them in the nets when you go out in the middle, you don't use them. So this is good enough to see that they are applying the application in the execution, whatever that they are working on, they are applying it there when it matters most.
And again, the likes of Giselle Shimwe, Ingabire Sifa playing for the national side as well. These are the sort of shots you'd expect against a spinning team. If you get the likes of Botswana playing against Team Rwanda, you get you get the spinners against Team Kenya. You get the spinners. You need that sweep shot in your bag, being confident to play around with the fielders. Lovely rotation of strike once again.
Yes, you need that, and with the qualifiers that are coming in December, I'm telling you, it's gonna be interesting. Those are the shows that you're gonna be seeing. Hopefully, you'll be following the games there, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be a different show there going forward. We are going to go there to make a mark. You understand? We are on the rise anyway, so we have got nothing to lose anyway. So we are going to be going for the kill. So shows like that, we need them definitely. Hard on the ground in the covers there. Straight to Diane Dusabe Mungu Bebish in the covers. Sifa Ingabire manages to make it back on time.
And again, Leonard, playing those teams in that sort of competition, there will be an eye opener for them as well. Finding something unexpected, something they haven't seen from the run and batters earlier on. It's something they didn't expect as of now. Finding run and batters sweep and sweeping it over the top. That's the goal. And a catch has been taken. That's the end of Giselle Ishimwe. 36 on board. Pacific picks up her second wicket. "36 of 43 deliveries, 2 boundaries to her name. Strike rate of 83.72. She will be disappointed. She used her feet but didn't get enough elevation to go over the skipper, Diane Bimenyimana there. You can see it, a well-flighted delivery just in the slot there to be hit and not hit hard enough. Diane will not drop that. Comfortable catch taken. And now we've got jersey number 73, Flora, walking in to the middle. Let's see, where do they take the game on from here? 100 looks very, very possible from here on. 70 runs on board already. And 7 overs to go. 6 overs to go.
Much needed breakthrough there by Charity. There you see 36 games, 29 innings, 265, 43 is the highest, 11.52. Yet to reach as a fifth there, not to talk about 100. So she has got an important job to do here now to play this game, doing the finishing jobs. Because if you look at those stats that have been coming out there, she needs to make sure that she does that. She's one of the guys that known for her batting as a wicket keeper, Flora Irakoze. So she has got an important job to do here. Sifa Ingabire on 25 off third deliveries. She has to be there all the way to the end if they want to put in a competitive total here. This two. Pacific Nyirandorimana, I said it before the game started, she has got that habit of taking crucial wickets at crucial moments. She's done that the first over. She has done that again, taking Ishimo and taking Giselle again. So she always steps up when the captain wants it. And going back to that Giselle shot, it was a good shot, but the execution is what you can call it was poor, because she didn't place the ball very well into the game. If she had played that ball a bit more on the right side or went over the head of Diane, she would have maybe gotten the better of that. But also Diane knowing exactly how to come up with plans to stop Giselle, having herself in that crucial position, played a bigger part in dismissing this. So that is what I always give credit to the captain, knowing which fielders to put in particular positions.
Now that we've got Irakoze Flora out there in the middle, being a coach yourself, Leonard, what sort of an advantage? I'll come back to that question. Finishing off the over, 14 overs done here, 70 runs on board, 2 wickets down, Atim Indatwa. Yes, I was asking you, Leonard, as a wicket-keeper batsman, what sort of an advantage do you have when you go in there? You get to read the pitch. You've seen the greats doing it and having an exceptional batting performance. With the modern game these days, you can't be just a wicket keeper. You've got to be a wicket keeper and a proper batter or a batsman out there in the middle.
Yeah, definitely as a wicketkeeper, you gotta put in some runs. But I think at least she's come in the stage whereby she's needed by a team. Short there from Sifa Ingabire. And it's horrible fielding there in the covers, allowing these guys to come back for two. Yes, as a wicket keeper, you're expected to put in runs on the board because that is your job with the gloves and the bat. So, like what I'm saying now, she is coming in at a time when she's needed most. So, it's going to be interesting to see Flora, how is she going to go about her betting now going forward, because you are looking at less than 7 runs, 7 overs left here, and that is the number that she normally comes in. The Sifa tries to go across, pick a big hit, missing everything. In good ball from Neymar Michelin. Dot balls at this point of time, Zaidkan, is what Charity needs now. And Neymar has managed to get one of it now. How many more is she going to bowl in this over? If they manage to bowl in this particular way, taking wickets again here and there, obviously the other wickets are going to come. Because at one point, in that one, Hampshire has to go big. So when they start going big, wickets are going to come in. So wickets will come. Shot again, down on the ground. Same results, same fielder, missing again. Can they push in for 3? 3 is the call there. But the fielder again, the chase was a bit quicker. She manages again to restrict them from 2. But if she does that commitment a bit more early, Zaid she would have saved the teams a lot of runs in that cover region there. So you can even see the captain and the other players talking to her that she would have done at least better, because you need that backup from your fielders. She's not bowling very badly here, Neymar Michelin. She's bowling to her fielders, but it's only the fielders that are not supporting her.
Yes, the fielders letting go is not a good sign to the bowlers, especially a pace bowler. You wouldn't like to be facing your teammate after doing such a sloppy work out there in the field.
Good rotation of strike there by Ingabire Sifa. She's good at doing that. You can hear the coach shouting again, keep doing that, Sifa, keep doing that. So it's the most important thing now to see Flora now being the better wicket keeper now. She has to come up with a different role here. So we are here to find out and get our answers as she goes about the innings side.
And also trying to build her own game in a sort of way where she can rely on being part of any team she wants to. Of course, if you've got more than one characteristic about yourself, you can always provide that and play that card right. Nima Michelin dotted deliveries with the modern game moving ahead these days. We've got to understand, yes, you might not be picking up wickets, but you're keeping it extremely tight. How often do we see very economical bowlers being the main reason the rest of the team picks up wickets? With that, we come to the end of the 15th over. 75 runs on board. There we have
there is the Manhattan for you. The Socialist still one-sided. It is still for Indatwa Hampshire. We yet to see the blue coming in. If you look at the dots, 44 dots in the first quarter there, then 53 ones, 2 9s, 2 4, 2 3s, 3 4s, no 6 yet whatsoever. Extras, 8 being very, very well disciplined here, Charity. My fellow mate here was asking to see the flowers that have been coming up there. He didn't see much of them. That is what happens at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. It is a cricket ground. A lot of entertainment happening here. Live band that is going to come in through after this game is finished. So people are starting to jet in. And the good thing is they've come in a bit early and watched a bit of some cricket. And that's how the game grows. And that's how the game becomes popular. No ball being given there by Umtoni Waseselin. Now, is this the chance for Ingabire Sifa to capitalize on that? Zaid Khan, she needs to do something better.
This has to be fruitful. A free hit is an early Christmas gift coming your way. Flighted this time in the air. And the try. A very wise call in the end. Knew she wouldn't like to take that arm on and lose yet another wicket. Ingabire Sifa looking well set out there in the middle. Irakoze yet to open her account. She's on 0 of 4 deliveries that she's faced so far. I believe the easiest task upon her right now is to rotate strike and allow Ingabire Sifa to face majority of the deliveries to lessen the pressure upon her.
You've said it perfectly very well there. That is the easiest job that she needs to do. Rotate strike, give Sifa Ingabire. But since we're getting to the back end of the innings here, I'm telling you, she also needs to start playing her shots.
Well, of course, being an aggressive cricketer myself, I would love to see both ends firing. And that's what the captain expects out of them as well. You can't be relying on just one end firing as we come to the last few overs of the innings. Whichever way the runs come, they must keep coming. Speaking of runs, Rwanda Cricket Association and Duffabet, our proud sponsors, making these games visually available for all our online viewers. It's a great sight. Oh, just pops it in the air. Some amount of turn due to the lack of pace there. Just biting onto the surface well. It's Celine. Last two deliveries of her quota left. Plays it in the air, on the ground, and pick up a easy single. Despite the fielders standing in so close, the effort behind those throws isn't enough to cut off those singles. Yes, they've picked up 2 wickets. The team is on 81, but looking at the body language of Charity Women's, seems to be a bit low at the moment. Not much of a talk going on. Very quiet. Gets the thick outside edge there. The chase is on. Chance of a run out. And the keeper messes that up. I don't know how, but too many people yelling, keeper, keeper, out there in the middle. She got completely confused and didn't make much of that opportunity of a run out. With that, we come to the end of the 16th over here. 83 on board. 2 wickets down. Team Indatwa.
That is a chance goes begging there, Zaid Khan. That is a clear run out there. The keeper did not manage to get that ball well in time and cleanly. Last wicket there, Giselle Ishimwe falling 36 or 44, caught Bimenyimana, boarding Nyiranorimana. Pacific. Now, Neymar Micheline comes again to finish a spell from the airport end with Ingabire Sifa, who's on 32 of 39 deliveries now. Nice piece of delivery there to start off the over from Micheline Neymar.
Just kept it wide. Far, far away from her arc. Because Nima has realized that the more she tries to target the stumps, the more contact with the bat the ball makes. So she's just trying to lure the batter to come and play out of their comfort zone, trying to make them drive away from their body and maybe get an edge to it. Again, you see, it just pops in the air, and with that, that's another wicket. Exactly what she planned. The plan comes together. Ingabire Sifa has to depart after having scored 32 of 40 deliveries. She was the set batter out there in the middle. There you have the review of the wicket. You can see on the replay, it was pitched far away from the body. No footwork whatsoever. Just throwing the hands and the bat at it. Look how far away from the body she played that shot. And Bebish, with the safe, soft hands, picks up that catch. Easy as you like it. Third wicket goes down for Team Indatwa. 83 on board. Tumukunde Joseph comes out there in the middle, 32 matches, 19 innings, 145 to her name, 35 being her highest, average of 8.53. Not enough, I must say. Strike rate 92.95. Her batting will be dearly appreciated if she puts on some valuable runs and gets her side to that triple digit mark. In the air, down the ground and over the fielder. It won't get to a boundary rope, but they will pick up 2 runs comfortably.
Good shot there to start off the innings from Marie Joseph Tumkunde. We need more of that now. The 2 new batters that are in there, that is what Diane Bimenyimana will be happy about. Having 2 new batters at the end of the innings there. It comes in handy here. So you're talking about this 100 passing up there. We saw in the morning 100 being defended again here. Can in that Hampshire pass 100, and can Charity come in and chase that? It's going to be interesting here to see how Charity is going to go about their betting approach. Yeah, Tumkonde Marie Jose looks to be a bit more positive here. Again, lovely this time on the ground. The good thing that we've seen so far from these 2 shots is how that bet is coming in more straighter, playing behind the line of the ball. Something that we don't usually see from Marie Jose Tumkunde. She's someone who always likes to play across the line, looking for the mid-wicket and square leg region. But if you look at these 2 particular deliveries, she's been going behind the ball, getting the bet through the line of the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see how long is she going to be playing and applying that particular skill.
Sticking to the basics, playing with a straight bat over there, getting valuable runs for her side, and trying to close with a bang. We're into the 17th over here. Once again, plays it down the ground. Chance of a run out. And a direct hit. Shake overhead, leaving dangerously there. I would love to see that on replay. How tight of a call was that by Gusto? Looked extremely close. These direct hits are never easy. The dive was put in there. That looked gone, Leonard. That looked very gone. Direct hits over here can be very tricky. Irakoze survives that from the looks of it.
We can always say that again, but the umpire's positioning there is where my question will come in there. That could have been clearly out there, but like we say, we always have got a lot of opportunities to watch it from here. Shot again down to long off on the ground there, Marie Joseph Tumkunde. This is what I have liked so far. The moment she steps in, not playing across the line, playing straight shots. More vertical there, not horizontal the way we normally see her. She knows exactly which position the team needs. 3 overs left here, 83 for the loss of 3 wickets. Bimenyimana Diane did a fantastic job with the team here to make sure that they contain in that Hampshire by taking that important wicket in the first over off Henriette Ishimwe.
It's interesting to see that just 2 wickets have gone by in the 3rd over and the 14th over. And again, if I'm to see the replay of that run out, the fielder was just not stable, but having that mind of picking up the ball and comfortably targeting the stumps there, it's a freak of nature. It just happens, and ever so slightly. You wouldn't expect a fielder to be targeting bullseyes, being off-centered, unstable. That replay will be on demand, I tell you. Flighted delivery once again. Just a teaser over there by Irajana. Just teasing to Mukunde there. Mukunde Josepha was on 4 of 4, missing out on that dolly of a delivery. Lovely looking shot onto the leg side, takes her time, swivels across and picks up a single, just rotating the strike.
A lot of improvement there from Marie-José to Mkunde. Look at that shot again, the way she moved across there, waited for it, plays a proper push shot there. Shows the amount of hard work she's pushing through on herself in the game. Something that in that Hampshire can be proud of. Again, Sonia Bozin, the only person that I'm going to get worried about now here going forward in terms of experience is Flora Irakoze. She should be the one who should be taking charge here in terms of scoring runs. And you look at it. Goes up and aerial, but only finds Katia Omahoro at mid-on, who manages to get a fumble in there again, but could not allow these guys to come back for two. As soon as Marie-José Tumukunde comes on strike, you see everyone rushing to the boundary. Yeah, 4 guys already on the boundary. They know the amount of power that she possesses in those particular regions here, so they're trying to protect those boundaries, and that's what they need. Yeah, lovely piece of thinking from the captain, Dien Bimanyimana. Again, shot, pulled, run out chance, landed back safely.
Just not quick enough, neither was it accurate enough to hit the stumps directly. Gets away with that. Now we've got Flora back on strike. She's on 5 of 8 deliveries. Not the sort of batting you need at the end of the innings here. Into the 90s. Top edge. Captain will collect that one as well. Easy as you like it. Popped up in the air. Celebrations, handshakes, high fives. All there. Irakoze. Flora has to depart. The miseries come to an end after 8 deliveries. Have a look at that, Leonard. Not something she trains for, but pops it up in the air. Tuizere Cynthia coming in, 35 matches, 19 innings, 139 runs to her name, 26 being her highest. Strike rate of 60.70. Can she add those 9 runs here and get her team to 100 and 110? Looks on board as Sarah Wera, who joined us earlier on, let us know the team is targeting 110, 115. Plays it along the ground. Another opportunity of a run out and misses it completely. just as one.
18 overs gone here, 92 for the loss of 4. Getting into the last 12 deliveries of this match here. To Izere Sentia, 1 of 1 delivery, and to Mkunde Marie Joseph, 6 of 6. Nyirandorimana, who claimed those 2 important wickets for Charity against Indatwa of Giselle Ishimwe and Henriette Ishimwe, comes in to bat. I don't know what Flora was thinking at that particular time. Instead of just playing the balls on the ground, Zaid Khan, the simplest thing to do is she chose to go for an aerial route. Then she comes out in there. Things that you don't expect from such experienced batters when they are batting.
Well, lots of these batters trying to go for the aerial route. I believe it's lots of imaginary batting happening in their minds and not trying to be practical and realistic here. With the sort of shot selection, you've always got to play it on the ground and keep it realistic with yourself. That will produce results that make sense. Flora there losing her wicket, just gifting away her wicket. Plays it down the ground once again. And a single, as easy as you like it, just keep rotating. Why would you try to go for the aerial route when you know you do not back the power to clear the boundary? Even the greatest in the games, knowing they can clear the boundary at will, they try to take the game as deep as possible, just rotating the strike.
Yeah, it is the simplest thing to do here. Is Tumkunde Marie Jose comes on strike here, facing 6 deliveries and managing to score 6 so far. Let's see how she's going to go about here. Betting here now, facing Pacific Nyirandorimana, who has claimed 2 big wickets. Now having to bowl to Marie Joseph Tumkunde, it looks a bit easy. Tries to go across the line. I've been giving a credit of playing straight, but this time around she has got different thoughts. She goes back to her old Tumkunde that we know. When she played straight, she manages to get the ball cleanly into the gap there, Zaidka. Now she plays across the line, conceded dot.
Do I sense a hint of frustration coming from the coach's manual? Plays it onto the leg side this time, lofted, but there is protection in the deep. They come back for a comfortable double. Again, lots of power behind the shot, but not enough guidance. Sometimes if you just guide the ball in the vacant areas, you do not need too much power to get full value out of your shots.
Not even, just a matter of placement and your timing. That's it. You don't need power to do those things.
From that catch of Flora, you could clearly see she was trying to hit that ball out of the park, but no idea where exactly she's guiding it to. And you've got to be exceptionally good targeting a certain area with a flat bat, let alone a straight one.
Marie Joseph hit that hard on the ground to mid-wicket, who does a couple of juggles there in fumbling and allowing them to come back for a comfortable one, ending over number 19 now into the 20th over, 96 for the loss of 4 wickets here. In how many more runs can Indatwa Hampshire pull in through with Marie Joseph on strike? Who's going to be bowling that last over of the game? Is the captain herself. Because I think she has got 1 over left. Oh, they are going to hand it over to Pacific. We are here to find out. No, it's the captain herself taking the run up there, coming in to bowl the important over there. Chasing anything that is less than 100, Zaidkan, there is a game in your hands here. Anything that crosses above 100, the mentality of wanting to get over 100 comes into the mind. So they should make sure that this over, they need 4 runs only in this over to pass 100. So that is Diane Bimenyimana's duty and job to make sure that they don't get those 4 runs.
Following lots of men's cricket, a run per ball game is always considered easy. But here we're talking about women's cricket. And very well said, anything below 100 is quite approachable. If you've given a side with 3 to 4 set batters, you've got enough partnerships, at least 2 coming out of those that can cover up those runs in no time. But again, it will be quite... The keeper there just shaking her hands as if the ball is too hot for her gloves to handle. Stop the ball, young lady. The captain is not happy, not pleased with the efforts at all. Dian charging in again. Flat bats it. Almost got a hold of it, but they managed to pick up a single yet again. .96 on board, 4 runs shy. Will they make it? Projected score does mention 101. Dian Bimenyimana must be having her own ideas. And she has done exceptionally well trying to restrict this side. It's not easy taming Indatwa Hampshire. And a wild, wild throw there. Lucky enough for her. The outfield is slow. And also the backup was available.
I'm telling you, Zaidkan, they would have loved to have bowled more to Cynthia than to Mkude. That is why you can see the frustration from Diani's face. They know Cynthia is not someone who's got big shots than Tumkunde. So fielders now, this is where they need to tighten the screws up a bit more, better.
Yeah, I mean, have a look at that stance once again. Very, very prone to LBs. Wise decision. She knew she was no backup over there. She couldn't throw the ball onto the stumps. And with that, triple digits for Indatwa Hampshire. 100 comes up. 3 legal deliveries yet to go in this innings. The captain, Dian Bimenyimana, who's given away 20 runs so far, is wicketless. And that is the first maximum. You ask for a maximum, Leonard. You get one at the very end. It isn't the end, if it is the end. One more delivery left. You can see the smiles on their faces there. Lovely flow of the bat. Got full connection. Got underneath it. Have a look at that, Leonard.
Look at the pickup. Look at the head position again. Love, and this is the biggest part of the boundary again, and it pitched a couple of meters outside there. Lovely piece of batting and finishing up the inning from Marie Joseph Tumkunde. Takes a team to 106. Last delivery to come up. Yeah. Sweet connection. Again, she goes area again. But there's a fielder there, beaten by the spin. But manages to do that. Nyirandorimana Pacific. 2 runs. It is to end the first inning on 108 for the loss of 4 wickets there.
108 for the loss of 4 wickets after 20 overs. Indatwa Hampshire women have recovered really well. They've showed potential. And also kudos to the charity women's trying to restrict this side to a bare minimum. Let's wait and see. We will be coming in for the chase. And here we have the batting order. Scorecard 36 of 44. Giselle Shimwe. Shimwe Henry, the captain, not having a long stay here. 1 of 8. Ingabire Sifa 32 of 43. And Irakoze Flora 5 of 9. And a small cameo, a valuable cameo by Tumukunde Marie Josepha. Not out, 18 of 15 with 1 maximum, the only maximum of the innings to her name. Look at that strike rate. The only person to surpass a strike rate of 120. Have a look at that brilliant partnership between Giselle Ishimwe and Ingabire Sifa. 64 of 65 deliveries. Excellent partnership. The backbone of this innings itself. 108 they put up with just 13 extras to assist them to that grand total of 108.
Respect. 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 Respect.
Umpires are walking into the field just to take us through the second innings. A game between Intatwa Hampshire and Charity Women's Cricket Club. Charity needing 109 runs to win in their allotted 20 overs. Can they get there? And can Intatwa Hampshire restrict them from getting 108 is what we are yet to find out in this next important innings for both teams. Charity winning the toss earlier on and elected to have a ball first did a fantastic job with the ball, taking crucial wicket at crucial moments and managing to restrict Charity in that Hampshire to 108 for the loss of 4 wickets in the 20 overs. Now they need a good start here with the bet. They only need under 5 runs and over to get to that total. With the betters that they have got in their team, they should be an easy walk to the park. The captain Iminyimana Diane Marie, Katia Wamahoro, Diane Dusabe Mungu Bebish, Neima Micheline, Iragenya Sonia. Those are the betters that you'd expect to come and give you runs there in the team. The youngster, Sandrine Isabayo, can be a bit handy with the bet as well. It's going to be an interesting chase here. The outfield again playing a big part here, not allowing the ball to go easy to the boundary. So which means if you are betters running beating the wickets has to be more important. It's going to be crucial again. Big shots, they have to be in the gap, beat a bit harder. The two openers for Charities, Katia Wamahoro and Sonia Irajenya. Left hand and right hand combination there. The tactic being used by the captain, Iminyimana Diane. So it's going to be interesting what kind of approach these two batters are going to use here, Zaid Khan. And with the ball in the hand, it's no surprise at all. Immaculate Mhawenimana from the airport end.
From the airport end with the aeroplane speed, the speedster coming in, and she will not make it easy for the Charity Women's to take this game away. The game can be won or lost within the first 6 overs of the game here. Also very well known as the power play. Whoever wins the power play has a higher chance of winning the game itself. 109 in 20 should be favoring Charity based on the condition. The outfield is much drier than it was initially. And also 120 legal deliveries. Kathia Wamahoro, 75 matches, 71 innings, 978 runs to her name, closing in to that 1,000 mark very, very soon.
Yeah, you've said it well, but me, I bet to have a bit a different opinion in that. I've seen that nowadays a lot of teams want to concentrate more on what happens in the power play, but to me the power play does not justify how the result is going to be. It's just a phase that comes into the game. Yes, it's good to win the power play, whether with the ball or with the bat, to apply pressure on the batters. But if you look at a lot of these T20 games or these shorter version games that have been played across the world, it's where after the power play is where a lot of, especially the betting team, where it wins the game, where no one is actually aware of what's happening. Because when you control the power play and win it, you're expecting the team not to apply breaks. But now during those mid overs, now if you are smart bettors or whatever, this is where you win games, by taking singles, taking that occasional boundaries in, out and there. Because early on, we're expecting people to be blasting the ball because the field is being restricted to 2 guys only. But even when the field has been spread again, there's a lot of gaps again to work around with. So that is where, to my own opinion, is where normally a lot of games are won or lost in there. Mhawenimana starts off with a wide delivery there down the leg side. So this is where I according to my own opinion, when I also sit down and get my own reflection in games, a lot of games in the limited over games are won outside the power play than they are in the power play. Because how many times have you seen a team scoring 60 runs of 6 overs, then going down the line after 15 overs, they are on 80 for 7?
Well, of course, playing outside the power play is much more skillful, and it requires much more focus and concentration and quality of play must be higher after the power play itself, because the field has been spread out. You need to pick the right gaps. You need to drop and run the quick singles and doubles. You need to manipulate the field much, much more. Once again, going down the leg side. Wamahoro wouldn't mind these free runs coming her way.
Not a good start there, I must say, from Haweni Mana. 2 extras, and this is the kind of start that in that Hampshire wouldn't want. But for Charity, happy days, because anyway the runs come, they will take and you take them closer to chasing those 107 runs they need in 119 deliveries. Chance of a run out there, sloppy, a bit slowish there from Giseline at square leg there to allow Sonia Iragena to make it in the crease. But it was a bit risky there from Katia and Sonia Iragena to take on the arm of Giseline. The ball hit straight to square leg, but also it's good awareness again to understand taking on the fielders on the second, no, not settling, waiting for those easy deliveries that comes in. Sometimes you got to create those moments. It's better to get those runs.
Well, of course, you've got to be careful. The ball was going straight to the hands of the fielder, not to the left or to the right of her. So you've got to be very careful who you take on and when you take on, because it would be extremely silly to give out a wicket in that fashion earlier on. As you can see, the required run rate is way below the current run rate. Even from the stance there, you can see Irajena Sonia just falling towards her head much more, lacking balance. Her head is well ahead of her legs, so she tends to fall onto her offside. Not a good sign for an opening batsman, a batter coming in. If you get a bumper coming towards your body, you wouldn't have too much time to play that. You wouldn't be in the right position to play that. Again, if you can see from the stance there, Leonard, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, the bending of back is there to an extreme at some points.
You will be cocooned by the ball. Look at that, yeah. You have to look at the head where it is. Now look at the knees there. Lovely put, good ball from Haweni Mana. So it's something that going forward, when we get the right technology and whatever, it's something that we need to work around. But from the look of the eye there, again, seriously, you can see the strength and the weakness where they are. If all the players can be able to pick that, Hawi seems to be struggling with an ankle there. Every time she's running in, she's had 2 false starts there now. Look at there, she's struggling with the ankle there. Let's hope it's nothing serious there. And some of these things, it comes through stretching here. I didn't see them doing some stretching in between the innings here. So it's something that players take for granted, especially when they go to club cricket again here. But as a national team player, those are some of the things that you need to make sure that it's part of your routine prior to your bowling. I didn't see a bowling so well there, because during the innings break, I went in the middle just to assess how the wicket is, and I saw their team practicing in there.
And there you see the leaders of Dafobet RCA Women's T20. Giselle Shimwe, 6 innings, 191, 46 being her highest score. 19 boundaries, yet to score a single 6, yet to score a single 50. But she is the leading scorer of the tournament. Wase followed. 5 innings, 147 runs, 57 being her highest. Ishimwe Jihozo Divine, 7 innings, 117, 47 being her highest. Strike rate of 75 with 9 boundaries only. That means a lot of singles she's taken to get to that 117. Followed by Belize Morikatete, goes with Alice. Kevin Awino, who's missing out today. Giovannis Uwase. And there we have the bowling, the best bowlers. Ishimwe Henriette, Bimenyimana, Diane. You see 5 innings, 11 wickets, 2 maidens, 3. We've got also Janet Mbabazi, who's missing out today. 4 innings, 11 wickets. Belize Morikatete, 6 innings, 8 wickets. Herrera Rosine, 7 innings, 8 wickets. Wasameri Sabrina, 7 innings, 8 wickets. The list is too long for me to complete there. But coming back into the game, Muhawini Mana is on her run-up. Safe and secure. Safe and sound. Much shorter this time around, but the carry, Leonard, look at the carry of the ball. Hitting the gloves hard at the moment. It's good to see that. And again, coming back to that stance by Irajana Sonia, it makes her prone to play on the offside much more than it is for her to play on the leg. Her front foot, you can see, just locked there. A false start once again. Not settling, Muhawini Mana. Giving away yet another extra. Just having a couple of words with the skipper there, Ishimwe Henriette. Again, gets a thick bottom edge. Almost chops herself on to the stumps. Interestingly enough, Ishimwe Henriette hasn't put any runs on board today. She will be keen to having that ball in her hand and perform with her bowling. Change of sides, this time by Muhawini Mana. This helps it on its way. It's fine, but not fine enough. Gets cut off by the fielder in the deep.
End of the first over. 5 runs. Not yet taken a wicket there in Datwa Hampshire. A good start from the 2 openers. The most important thing is they are still there. And that's what you want at the team. You need wickets in hand to get it up there. Irajenya Sonia on not first 3 deliveries and Katia 2 deliveries on 1. And the other runs coming in form of extras. Muhawini Mana dishing out 3 extras in that particular over. 3 wides. Not good enough, especially up front. Hopefully she will come back stronger the next over. With the ball from the pavilion end is Marie Joseph Tumkunde. Left arm spin.
She played a vital role with a bat in hand. Now with the ball in hand, she will be trying to pick up those early wickets to bring her side into the competition. Just one fielder out of the circle on the leg side. You can see again from the looks of it, Leonard, from that stance just there, if anything is to hit her pads, it would be a very, very simple decision for the umpires to make.
Lovely piece of bowling there from Marie Joseph Tumkunde. Bowling the ball away from Sonia Iragena. 4 dots so far, something that Charity would not fancy to be happy about. Drop shot, goes up, and Ariel catches the call. Ingabire Sifa comes in there but drops in front of her. The fielders are yelling, feeling that she would have done a bit more better to get onto that delivery. But Charity manages to get a single in that over. This is what they need going forward. You can hear even the captain telling them to get some runs, look for some gaps there. That is what they need. They don't need to concede a lot of that. Was 102 runs needed from 109 deliveries. Once that gap between balls and runs get closed, that is where the pressure is going to start to come in. So this is what Indato Hampshire is trying to push in and close that. So Charity needs to make sure that they stay above that gap between runs and balls.
Well, they've got to stay ahead, because you cannot just manage to give the game away in that fashion. We've got the likes of Mahoro, who likes to hit the ball hard. There you see he plays it over the bowler and just rotating the strike there. Comfortable as you like it, gets off the mark straight away. End of the second over, 8 runs on board. For no loss is Team Charity. A decent start, I must say. There you see the Charity dugout. The captain padded up already. And you've got to see the manager worried also. See Nima looking very unsure of what is about to unfold in front of her eyes. Trying to keep their calms. Usually chasing low totals is not very easy in a game of cricket. It can get very tricky out there in the middle. You get to be carried away by the thought of how easy it's approachable. Goes past, beaten by pace, beats the outside edge. Mohawini Mana once again from the airport end, getting good carry out of her deliveries here. Once again goes hard into the pitch, this time just angling into the body. Watchfully played there by Huamaoro Kathia. Kathia not amongst the fastest runners between the wickets. Will have to make sure she takes care of the power play. Otherwise, once the field has been spread, it will make a very, very difficult task for her to score runs here.
Half-hearted appeal there from Howie and the keeper, but that didn't even seem to be anywhere closer. They're just playing with the mind of the batter there. That is way, way too wide. Trying too hard there to bowl the leg cutter there. You can see herself. She's not happy with herself. Just get herself tap on the hip. Talking to the captain there, what exactly she's trying to do. She needs to bowl better than that. Mohawini Mana. Every time she bowls an over, Zaid Khan, we're seeing extras coming into the over. There we go again. Trying to come back for 2 there. But the call was clear. Loud call there from Uamahoro Katian of no. That was going to be a bit risky if they'd come back for 2 there.
Would have been very risky, in fact. She didn't look to be in any position to be taking a double there. Especially not taking on the arm of a youngster. Down the leg side once again, trying to angle into that hip. Trying to make her play the ball onto the leg side, but losing her line ever so slightly is Muhawini Mana. Full and away. That is the line to be bowling. The wicket keeper, interestingly enough, trying to be cheeky out there, trying to pick up a wicket. That shows the presence of mind by these youngsters. Learning from international cricket, of course. Again, not timing it, not looking into that mode where you connect. With that, we come to the end of the third over. In no time, there's just 11 runs on board for no loss. Irajena Sonia on 2 of 11 deliveries. Uamauro Katia on 3 of 7. Plays it onto the leg side and will manage to pick up just a single. Katia Uamauro needs to find the gaps here and use her power to hit the ball in the gaps and look for those boundaries to release some stress off her shoulders here. To Mukunde Marie Jose. Coming in from the pavilion end. In the air, will land short of the fielder. Just one run. Again, something Charity should focus on is that performance by Indatu Hampshire, the partnership between the middle order batters. Partnership of 63 runs coming mostly due to singles and doubles. Good rotation of strike. Indatu Hampshire, if not picking up boundaries, they did manage to pick up those singles and doubles very frequently, allowing them to get to that triple-digit mark. Ishimwe Giselle is a fielder you wouldn't like to take on over there. One of the sharpest throws in the game here in Kigali, Rwanda. And again, Katia thought she had hit that well enough to get past Giselle and expect a boundary, but Katia should know the outfield is still slow. And until she doesn't connect the balls and time the ball well enough,
End of over number 4, 14 for no loss here. I must say good start Even for both sides, yes, there are no runs on the board for Charity, but at least for them not losing a wicket here in this period, it's good for them because they've got other batters that can be able to come and do that job. And but for in that Hampshire again, they have applied that pressure that we have been talking about. 95 runs needed in 96 balls. That gap, Zaid Khan, is now getting closer and closer. So it's going to be important now. The next over that is going to be coming in now, and the other overs to come in to say how is in that Hampshire going to go about their bowling. The captain herself has brought herself into the attack, and we know what kind of a bowler she is. She's not an easy candidate to get rid of. She also takes wickets at will when she wants them, and she understands her bowling very well. She comes in now to bowl at this period now. 2 overs left to what you have said about winning the power play and whatever. So we need to see the last 2 overs if Katya and Sonia are also thinking along those lines of winning the power play with the runs. To me, they've won the power play in terms of keeping wickets. Yes, runs, we cannot tick that box, but the box of winning the power play by wickets, they've won that. In that Hampshire, they've won the box of restricting them to scoring runs. There she comes, starts off with a dot, slower delivery to start off with there, enticing Katya to go for those big hits. Like what you've been mentioning, that Katya is not someone who likes to place the ball on the ground, maneuver it into the gap. She's someone who just wants to hit the ball hard all the way to the boundary, and yet realizing that comes up and starts off with a slow delivery.
Shimwe Henriette, one of the leading wicket taker in the tournament. There is a reason she's up there. She knows her deliveries, she knows her batters, she knows the weaknesses. They've played along multiple times, also represented the national side together. So, lots of understanding going on. Up and over. The chase is on. The ball will stop. Will they push for a third run? I don't think so. The throw came in. Not sharp enough, but just enough to restrict them from picking up that triple. 16 runs on board now. 3 legal deliveries left off the 5th over. Again, in true cricketing nature, this game has to be won over a period of time. It doesn't happen in a snap. It's not like football where you score 1 goal and you end up on the winning side. Lots of things, lots of factors come into accounting.
Good bowling there to start off from Ishimwe Henry. He had 3 dots there, Zaid Khan, I'm telling you, and getting those 2 runs out of that outside edge. You can see the consistency again. Another 3rd, 4th dot delivered again, hit in the pitch, and Katya managing to find Marie Jose Tumkunde 8 point there. A single deliver left in this over, and this is the kind of overs that in that Hampshire wants going forward. Again, Katya 7 of 17 deliveries. Irajenya Sonia 3 of 12 deliveries, and both of these 2 guys are our openers. Zaid Khan, we talk about run rate up the order. Strike rate, I mean to say up the order now. Are you with this strike rate here? What can you say? She tries to go big again, then managing to find the ball herself, who complete the 5th over here, 16 for no loss. Strike rate, the top order batters, Zaid Khan. What can be the ideal strike rate for top order batters in T20?
In T20, of course, you've got to target 100 plus. But if you cannot manage 100 plus, the bare minimum you can survive with, on a survival mode, I would say, is 85. 85 to 100, that is the required strike rate of an opening batsman. Interestingly enough, we were talking about how Dufferbet hands out the players of the match there. At the moment, both of them well below 40 strike rate. Something they need to work upon immensely. If you cannot sustain that top of the order mark with a higher strike rate, you not being fruitful and just to your side. Picking up 2 runs comfortably here.
Two dot balls in succession there from Marie Joseph Tumkunde. Very well disciplined, very well bowled again. Sonia Ragina tries to play the good shots that they are playing again. They are only finding fielders here. Again, they need to look for those gaps there. A lot of field adjustment happening in there. Mid wicket for Sonia. She likes to play in that region. Long on. They flighted up an area of straight to Henriette Shimo. You don't want to take run out chance. Direct hit could have done. Sonia Iragenya would have seen Sonia walking back to the pavilion there, but risk taken, risk rewarded for a single there.
Very, very risky there. And the ball did come to Ishimu Henriette at a very comfortable height. And the throw was even quicker than you expected. Just missing it slightly there. Living on the edge are these two. They need to do something extraordinary from here on to keep their side into the competition. Just trying to play the ball in the V from here on will not cut the chase. Missing out the ball completely. And they will pick up a single. And a wide it is, so 2 runs. That just shows you the lack of timing once you get a ball coming at about waist height. A free hit, sort of. Could have taken that on anywhere, but ends up missing it completely. Once again.
Good bowling there from Tumukunde Marie Jose, begging up herself after that delivery. Sonia and Katia Omahore need to do something different here as it can. Yes, there's still a lot of overs to play for, but you gotta be positive. You gotta get some runs on the board. Run a ball, get closer to the total. Then at the end, you go big. Goes for the sweep. The shout is on, and the finger has been raised. With a smile on his face, Jackson is saying the umpire spot on there. This is pressure. This is what I've been saying. They need to do something better. Because 6 runs of 17 deliveries, and that's a lot too much to take on, especially if you're a team that is chasing in. Now in comes the skipper herself. This is where the game is going to be here, Zaidkan, for Charity here. Sonia Iragena goes in. 6 runs of 17 deliveries, has been there for nearly 6 overs. But managing to page there. Good bowling there for Marie Jose Tumkunde. Taking that most important wicket they need up the order.
Yes, something needs to work out from here on. As you see the skipper walking in, she knows lots of responsibility upon her shoulders, and she needs to pace this innings just right. Trying to work out a way just to keep that strike rate happening and keep the game flowing from here on. At least apply pressure. The only way they can apply pressure from here on is most likely singles and doubles.
"59 matches for the captain, 48 innings, 626 runs, highest of 46, 16.92 yet to reach the 5th there. Let's see if she can do that today. This is where they need her. The team needs her to perform better here this time around. The captain herself, and with the ball in the hand again for the second over, is the captain of the opposition, In Dartmouth, Hampshire, Henriette Ishimwe coming from the airport end of power play now. This is where now the game is going to start on now, going to the point that I've said earlier on that a lot of these games in T20 or shorter version games, they are won between this period all the way to over number 15. So let's see now how Charity are going to go about their betting approach as well. And let's see even in Dartmouth, Hampshire, are they not going to get carried away by winning the power play? Here now I can tick all the boxes because they've managed to restrict them from runs. They also managed to take a wicket in that. So I'll tick all the boxes in there in terms of foreplay. But now this is where we're going to see game intelligence going forward here. See, Henriette Ishimwe, slow deliver again every time she's starting off. Carter had no clue whatsoever to play that. So this is where intelligence between players now is going to be tested here, Zaid Khan.
Yes, not reading the bowler at all after having faced almost 20 deliveries here. Katia Mahoro not sighting the ball clean enough. Not into the competition. You can see the long on long off fielders widely spread. It's basic cricket played down the ground. Rotate the strike, get the singles and doubles. You can get those boundaries down the ground as soon as you see
swing and a miss there from the skipper himself. Again, previous ball they managed to squeeze in a single there. Lovely, but still they need more than that now going forward. Here, 87 runs off 80 balls. That gap is now an over plus a ball. That is now becoming to get too much. 6 runs plus and over is required. They are going to 3 plus. They need to make sure that they get close around about 4 or 5 there. Keep it there for the next 5-6 overs. Then you do the finishing up to the end. 8 runs of 21 deliveries from Katia Mahoro. Not good enough.
I might be speaking a bit too early here, Leonard, but the way the batters of Charity side are swinging their bats seem to be a bit too desperate for getting the runs that should be coming their way. Much easy. Just tap it on the ground, get the singles, get the doubles, easing up the pressure upon your shoulders. But the youngsters won't allow that to happen as they charge. And yes, of course, you'll always feel cocooned by the fielders here. Once you do not have the power or strike it hard enough to get past them, they're always on top of you, always surrounded, nowhere to go. With that, we come to the end of the 7th over. 22 runs on board for the loss of 1.
Cocooned, you say it all there. I hope Landry, if whoever is listening to this man that I've got here, is always talking about cocooning. Cocooning is happening here. In that Hampshire is cocooned Charity so far, managing to restrict them to 22 runs in 7 overs and with a wicket to back that up. And change of bowling from the pavilion end. Sifa Ingabire, or right arm off spin, comes into the attack. And with Mahoro Katia on strike, long off, long on, deep mid wicket and deep square leg are those 4 guys that are protecting the boundary. The rest of the guys are inside. Sifa has not been in good form with the ball for the past 9 months. She's been struggling, picking the ball twice or thrice or bowling full tosses. Let's see how she's going to go about the bowling. Start off very well there. Katia just going for the swing. Supporting your point, you say this two batters of Charity there, just swinging at the ball that coming them, not even looking to get bet on ball, maneuver that ball into the gap and rotate strike as much as you can. Get 4 or 5 singles in and over, good enough. Again, drop shot, goes hard there, inside edge. Almost chopped your own stumps there, Omahoro Katia, because of trying to go hard at each and every delivery. Instead of just, there's a lot of gaps here, Zaid Khan. Deep square leg, there's no one there, the ball turning into you. You wait for the ball, play it there. Long off is down there, long on is down. Wait for the ball, just drive it down there. Once you do that a couple of times, you're going to force them to change the field. So this is what these two batters should be thinking about. Getting bet on ball, get some runs, get off strike, 4 or 5 runs and over going forward. Zaid Khan is going to make the required rate a bit healthier.
Well, definitely, and it's
Catch is the call, and catch it is. Taken by Sifa Ingabire, cotton ball. The captain goes for a duck. I'm telling you, trouble comes here for Charity.
That's a massive wicket. The captain, and again I told you, just swinging the bat out of desperation. Desperate to get off the mark, desperate to put some runs on the board, resulting into a 3-ball duck. So we've got the second skipper of the day going out for a duck. Not a record I would like to remember of most, but again, not playing calculative cricket, despite being the seniors and having played for, being seniors in a sense that they've played the game for such a long time, but not playing like seniors, I must say. Because calculative cricket, you started with 120 legal deliveries, trying to chase down a target which is 20 odd difference, and now you've brought it down to where your required run rate is 6 point something, almost double. 86 runs now needed in 73 legal deliveries, 75 legal deliveries here. It tells you how much of an opportunity was missed earlier on in the innings. And it's something they didn't learn. That happened not so long ago, just the first innings. How did 108 runs happen? Once again in the air over the bowler this time. Manages to just get away with that. How did Team Indatwa get 208 runs? Singles and doubles. Exactly. And that is something Charity Women's haven't really understood. The pure essence of chasing down a big total is within those singles and doubles. Muhawinimana just not getting a hold of that. Was an opportunity, but Charity will take a sigh of relief as they get away from that. Nima on strike now. She's off the mark. She had faced 1 ball. She has got 1 run. Misses that completely. Backing away from a straightforward delivery there.
It's lack of options, Zaid Khan. Things are not looking good for them here. Look at the dugout again. They know exactly that there's a bigger task. Not good faces there. The next incoming batter from the look of things should be Dihan Bimenyima Dusabebungu. Look at the blue worm now starting to go down beyond under that orange one there. It's 7 overs here. So it's something that they need to make sure that it stays closer to that. So with Neymar Micheline here in, and Katia Omahore has been there for 8 overs on 10 of 24 deliveries. Something that needs to go up there if they want to fancy their chance of winning this game here, or even getting closer to 109 runs here. She needs to do something different. And with the ball in the hand again now, change of bowling from the airport end, Giselle Ishimwe, who always normally bowls full yorkers, straight bows again. So it's not going to be that easy for Katia Omahoro. 3-4 guys on the boundary. There's only 3 guys on the boundary, the fine leg. Deep extra cover and third man. She starts off with a dot delivery in front of Carter, who drives it into the cover area, but that shot went in vain. No single. She's one of the most experienced batters in the team. She needs to do something different here.
I believe the sort of batting portrayal on hand we've got today just shows the lack of emphasis. It shows the lack of intent. Not being expressive enough are the batters. T20, the shorter the format of the game, the more expressive and the more explosive batsmen tend to get. And today we haven't really seen that. Nobody has been expressive enough trying to score runs, as we like to say, whichever way they come. But it has to be coming off your bat. You cannot be getting runs this way.
Good drama there happening in there. Almost a run out. They look at Giselle's smile there. The cutter driven the ball back to her. Quickly, quick hands through to the keeper. Again, they know that they've got her under pressure. Like what my counterpart here like to say, cocoon. They've cocooned her here now. Can she get out of that cocoon? It's up to her now to go up in there and do that. Drop shot. Goes there. Can it reaches all the way. The fielder chases on, but with how heavy this outfit is, it's not going to get to the boundary easy. So this 109, I'm telling you, that can on a normal ground, this is around about 140. Yeah, because twos, fours are not coming in, especially on the ground here. So it's going to be a hard chase for these guys to chase here. They need to do something better, where it goes to your point whereby you talked about doubles and singles every time. And then this is what Indatwa Hampshire managed to do very well when they played their first inning.
Especially kudos to the middle order of Indatwa Hampshire. Understanding, yes, they're not able to clear the boundaries, but every opportunity they got, they scrambled along for a single or a double. That kept the scorecard ticking. And this is the right way. Just keep looking for those singles and doubles here. Understand the ball is not going the distance. Make the bowler frustrated enough, allowing them to give you the ball in your area.
Neymar Michelin trying to get that ball into the gap to finish the over with a single, but Marie-Joseph Tumkune at point denies that. End of over, number 9, 28 for the loss of 2 wickets, 81 runs needed to win this game here for Charity.
The required run rate is getting higher and higher every over, Leonard. 81 runs now needed. Think about it. From where they started to where they've got to, it's all upon the opening batters. That wicket of the skipper herself, yes, she played a wrong shot, but why she played that shot is because of the opening pair playing totally unacceptable cricket at the top. Not even a strike rate of 30 per head. And a no ball. Will this be the trigger to get things their side? Charity Women's.
A free hit being offered there by Ingabire Sifa. I said it earlier on, nowadays she bowls a lot of those deliveries. Katia goes up in area on top, but with this outfield here, that can only be to 1 run. Good look at the throw there from the boundary from Henriette Shime Zaid Khan. Straight bullseye on the stumps there. You don't want to be taking your arm wherever she's fielding.
If only Rwanda was part of the Olympics, would have sent her for something like sharpshooting or archery. Bang on target. Not take that arm on even from the deep. Use, as our fellow cricketing friend Bryson likes to say, there's always a risk taking on the arm of these athletes.
Another dot delivery there. Bowled by Ingabire Sifa. This Neymar goes hard and goes for the run. A fumble in the covers there allows Neymar to make it back safely. It's a good shot there, but finding the gap is something that these two batters are missing here. They need to find those gaps there. There are a lot of gaps there. The field has been opened for them, but they just need to make sure that they find those gaps there. Once they do that, it makes the chase very much easier.
And again, as a batter, you need to understand that if you're cutting the ball, you need to cut it extremely hard if it is a slow bowler. And she's cutting it into the surface. The surface is not your friend, Neema. Out there, the surface will not help you get a boundary. You need to play it using the pace of the bowler if you're to get that cut shot. Straightforward things here. Plays it down the ground now, rotating the strike. This is something, if it was done from ball number 1, would have had a completely different result. As we're closing in to the end of the 10th over, Team Charity haven't managed to score 50 yet. Bit of a restart there.
Use of the feet there, good shot. But you can only manage to get one run there. Because Gisele Shimo is the one who's done the fielding there. And now Neymar retains strike. End of over number 10. Halfway through the second innings, 33 for the loss of 2 wickets. These two batters need to do something else here better, especially someone who's like Katia, who has been there for 10 overs, 15 of 32 deliveries. You cannot hang around in there when your team is getting under pressure. Now they need 76 of 60 balls here. That is pressure. So she has been there long enough. I think this is a time that she needs to start opening up her shoulders and start going for the ball.
Well, definitely. Two big overs here are a must for Team Charity to get things under control. Otherwise, the game is slipping away each and every ball. Kathia Mahoro, the opening batter, 15 of 32 deliveries here. The amount of deliveries she's played, she should be seeing that ball like a watermelon out there in the middle. Still struggling to see the ball is not acceptable at this stage.
Seeing it like a watermelon does not reflect what we are seeing on the scorecard there. 15 of 32. I doubt if she's seeing it as a watermelon. Maybe she's seeing it as a golf ball. Now, because with what we can see there, that is not how the story looks like. Gisele Shimwe to continue from the airport end.
Well, in that context, the skipper must have seen it as a marble.
Miss thereby considered by Flora Irakoze. Giselle, not the happiest of them all. He knows that should have gone down as a dot. Now that brings in Katia Omahoro again here, the captain trying to push her to go for the ball now. You have been there long enough. You need to do something again. Giselle Shimwe comes in. They try to push for 2. Devota tries to come back for 2 there. Katia Omahoro, they bit hesitant. Neymar not even trying to go back there. That is where the difference is between the two teams. If it was Giselle and Henriette or Giselle and Silva, that could have been easy 2 runs there.
Those are 2 runs, comfortable 2 runs. That shows lack of communication, lack of fitness as well, and understanding what area the ball was struck in. Those are 2 runs any day of the week.
Another swing and a miss there. by name Michelin trying to go hard at it. We've been talking about them just getting bet on ball, get off strike. She goes up an area there, chance for a run out there, but at least landed back in safely. We're talking about singles here. Yes, singles can help them, but they need to be done more oftenly. Yes, I can. You don't need to concede 3-4 dot balls, then you get a single there. You gotta do that occasionally. Every time you gotta be doing it consistently when having an over. Get 6+ runs every over in form of singles. Yeah, if you get a 2 and a 3 here and there, that's a bonus. Use of the feet.
It all
there
comes.
were played into the gap. But will it get enough feet to get to the boundary? No. It's not going to get there.
It all comes down to applying pressure back to the bowlers. If you do not pick up those frequent singles and doubles, it can be an issue, and the bowler will have the upper hand against you. The moment you tend to frustrate a bowler with the singles and doubles, the loose delivery comes on, and then your opportunity rises to go for that big shot. Sorry.
End of over number 11, 33-38 runs here for the loss of 2 wickets. .76 needed in 60 deliveries. Yeah. The wickets are there, wickets in hand. The 11 overs have gone now. 38 runs are the runs that we are seeing on the board here. This is big. Ingabire Sifa comes back into the attack from the pavilion end here again. Zaid Khan.
The flighted delivery and knocks her over. And the finger has been raised by Jackson. It'll be interesting to see that once again.
That is the end of Katia Omahore there. We just need to see what happened there. Is it a catch or a stump there? They run down the use of the feet, not anywhere closer to the ball. Bowled, that goes in as bowled there. That is bowled. If we can see that again, because that goes in as a ball there.
Because I felt like Leonard, the bails. Just hitting the corner of the leg stump there, making the bail fall off. So it is a bowled. Missing the ball completely there.
Isabayo Sandrine comes in to bet. And the score is on 38 for the loss of 4 wickets here. Ingabire Siva strikes again. Again, Bode. Another wicket there for Ingabire Siva. 3 wickets under a belt there today. And Isabayo Sandrine is not impressed. He's surprised by that. She's not aware of what happened until the umpire raised the finger. That is clean bowled there. Sifa Ingabire on fire here for Indatwa Hampshire. 4 wickets have fallen now. She's on a hat trick.
Ooh, will be Interesting to see what happens. Clean bowled, easy as you like it. Missed the ball completely. Gets herself castled. And that brings Bebish, Dian, Dusabe Mungu out in the middle with the responsibilities. The game changer, as she's known. Can she change the game from here on? Only time can tell. It is very difficult for Team Charity to get back into the game here. Still possible, very possible. But a task quite big ahead. Usually we see Bebish not being a big striker of the ball, and big striking is what is required at the moment to get her side over the line. Gets away with that. Hat-trick ball goes in vain. 2 wickets in 2 balls. This time around, watchfully played by Dian. Not happy with that. She wanted to rotate the strike, and Nima not looking active at all.
Another single taken there. Get off the mark. Ishimwe Dian Dusabe Mungu gets off strike immediately after 2 deliveries. That should be a wide there from Ingabire Sifa. Extras also are hitting in that Hampshire. Still the score is within reach here if these 2 batters manages to get something better on. Another wide again follows it up. They so quite strange to see an off-spinner bowling a wide outside off-stump here when the ball is supposed to be turning into the batter here. So which means Sifa Ingabire is not turning the ball whatsoever. Early on in the morning we saw Rosine Irera turning the ball square. Again, lovely shot there. Run out chance, direct hit. That could have seen. And poor backup there. Horrible fielding, horrible begging up there from the youngster, Lillian. It's mid-wicket. And that is something that you wouldn't want to see, especially if you're on top of the situation. But Charity will take runs in whatever way they come. They will be the happiest of the 2, 65 runs on 49 deliveries. Neymar goes up in area, catches the call, run out chance. Bebish Dian Dusabe Mungu in. The umpire raises up the finger. Run out it is. Lovely piece of fielding there in the covers by Immaculate Muhawinimana. And some good fantastic work with the gloves from Flora Irakoze to dismiss Ishimwe Dusabe Mungu. Dian goes on for only 1 run of 2 deliveries. 44 for the loss of 5 wickets. Charity looks to be in trouble here now. They didn't even have a good start with a bit. Yeah, lovely piece of glove work there from Irakoze Flora to dismiss Ishimwe Dian. And now end of over number 12. 12 overs gone here. 44 for the loss of 5 wickets. In comes Tonuwase Celine. And with the ball again is Giselle Ishimwe coming from the airport end to complete her 3rd over. Another good delivery to start off the over there. Just enticing Neymar Michelin to come for the drive, but she only managed to find the captain in Red Ishimwe in the covers in at mid-off. She needs to look for those gaps here. Neymar Michelin, 13 deliveries, 6 runs. Again, another wide-ish delivery from Giselle Ishimwe. Try to go for that wide-ish yoka. Dodbos keep on crippling, keep on coming for Charity here. Again, another brilliant delivery there from Ishimwe Giselle. I don't know what Neymar is trying to do there. Just to wait for the ball to come to you. Get the ball, get bet on the ball, get that outside edge, run it down to third man. There is a gap in front of the covers there. Again, slow ball there with Giselle Ishimwe being smart. 4 dot balls, something that Charity wouldn't want to be having there. Again, another slowish delivery again in the covers. Run out chance. The keeper's end there. I think Umtonwase Celine is the slowest of the two. If Siva Ingabire had thrown to the keeper's end, that was going to be an interesting situation there. That brings Big in now. Umtonwase Clarice on strike. Sorry, Umtonwase Celine on strike. Last delivery off the over here. It should be an easy one run there, but because of the poor communication between the two batters there, they couldn't manage to get that single. And that is end of over number 13. 45. For the loss of 5 wickets, 64 runs needed in 43 balls here. The required run rate has gone up to 9 point. And they need to do something better here. These two batters, Neymar Michelin has been there for 17 deliveries, only managing to score 7 runs. And Umtonwase Celine just comes in. Charity are in big trouble here. All of their non-batters are sitting back in the dugout. So can one of these two be the one who takes the team home? Change of bowling from the pavilion end. Ingabire Justine comes in to bowl. Starts off with the ball again there. Sloppy fielding there from Muhawini Mana in the covers. That could have been done in a better. Ingabire Justine coming in to bowl a first over. Another under 19 player, 14 years of age, coming in to bowl for a team. Right arm off spin. Swinging a miss across the line, trying to play with the spin. Good shot there. Swept. They're trying to push for 2. There's only 1 run there taken. They need more than that there. Charity and Celine and Neymar need to do something better. We've talked about 2s, we've talked about 3s. Goes to shoot fine. That is what they should have been doing all along. If they have done this a bit more earlier, you never know where the score was going to be in here. Again goes for the sweep. 2 is the call there. Again, run out chance again, but the throw is not strong enough. easy 2 runs at the end. But they had to wait for the call from the dugout to push them for 2. Something that they should know as better as themselves, to say this is where we need to be running 2s. Now we are getting into the deep end of the inning. We need 59 runs to win. We need to start pushing these 2s. We don't have that power enough to get the ball to the boundary. So what you need to do is now try to push for those 2s. 59 of 37 balls is not an easy task. Again, it goes across bottom edge. 1 run it is. Now this is where they need to get busier, these 2. End of over number 14. .51 runs on the board, 5 wickets. The last wicket of Ishimwe to Sabibungu Dian for 2, run out by Immaculate and Flora. So they need to pile up 30 deliveries left to get to that total. Henriette Ishimwe comes back to the attack to bowl a 3rd over. She bowled the first over, only conceding 3 runs, not yet registered at the wicket there. She comes in to bowl from the airport end. Again, poor fielding there from Howie Nimana at square leg there, allowing this Neymar and Umtoni Celine to come back for 2. They need to keep on pushing those 2s from here going onwards. Again, another bottom edge. 1 run there. Wide there being bowled, and Flora trying to go for a run out there, but umpire Jackson is saying he's not interested in that. He said Neymar was safely back in the crease. Good presence of mind and awareness from Flora Irakoze. Things not easy for these 2 batters here. You can see Henriette Ishimwe smiling, appealing for that one. Umpire Gaston busy said that she's not out. That is up in area. Call, Sifa, make the call and catch it is. Celine Umtoni Wase goes back for 7 of 7 deliveries. Trying to go for the big one here. Caught Siva Ingabire bowled Henriette Ishimwe. Trouble creeps on climbing up for Charity. There we go, Henriette Ishimwe going for that off cutter there. Goes a bit aerial. One of the easiest catches you would want to catch in the covers. Siva Ingabire, the smile on the face, knowing how important it is to be taking wickets and getting closer to victory.
We're into the 15th over. 56 for the loss of 6. Ishimwe Henriette, you cannot keep her out of the action much longer. She didn't put many runs on the board. Just one run came off her bat today. But she's gotten that strike, much needed by her team. She's picked up a wicket, has given away just 8 runs. 2 deliveries left of her third over. Strangling the charity women's side at the moment. 53 in 32 balls. Not an ideal position to be in at the moment.
Again, good shot there, but only finding fielders. The Angelique Uamahoro comes into bat.
Here we go once again. Top edge. Is this a catch? Yes, it is. Second wicket for Ishimwe in the same over. Disappointment there. She will have to walk back. Uamahoro Angelique. Just one ball she faced. Golden duck for her. A long walk back into the dugout. And it's all going south side for Team Charity. Tried to play that on the leg side. Just takes the top edge. Caught and bowled by Ishimwe Henriette.
Trouble continues there for Charity. The batters keep on going out at regular intervals here. 56 for the loss of 7 wickets. Now in comes Nyirandorimana Pacific. 15 overs gone here. And Ingabire Justine, that is Henriette Ishimwe's young sister, bowling from the pavilion end. Starts off with the wide here. The first over she bowled went for 6. A decent over from a youngster, 13-year-old. Again, lovely piece of bowling there from here. There was an appeal for an outside edge catch there from Flora and some fielders there, but Jackson Zaisenga, we have done a fantastic job here today.
Flighted delivery, played on the ground once again, straight to the fielder. Nowhere to go. Yet another dot delivery by Ingabire. She's given away just 7 runs. She's into her second over here. Neymar trying to hit that ball into gaps, but no gaps to be found. 22nd delivery that she's faced. Only into double digits. She's got to 57 for the loss of 7. Starting off at such a good note and a much easier note. Much easier target you could have expected. But then doesn't take too long for the tables to turn. And a poor throw there. Not directed to the stumps. Nowhere close to the stumps. That would have been an easy run out. Now Nyirandorimana on strike. Facing her first delivery. Beats the outside edge.
Every dot book considered here, the run rate goes up, the required one. The specific Nyalurimana tries to squeeze in a single there, but you can see all the fielders all around the ball there. They know how important it is to save runs. End of over number 16. Yes, Zaid Khan, 58 for the loss of 7 wickets here. What can you say about this game?
Well, I'm trying to enjoy it as much as the spectators there you see on the screen, having glasses of juice, and the youngsters also, that blue warm starting from above, going underneath and staying underneath it as long as you like. And there you see in the 12th over, 3 wickets collapsing and 2 wickets in the 17th over. Those are the blowbacks to the side that have made the blue worm stay under the yellow worm. From what I can see, Leonard, it's just lack of top order responsibility. If that was taken care of, the middle order gets the confidence automatically, given the firm beginning that they've got. A solid start is a must, regardless of which format you play.
Mohawe Nimana comes back into the attack from the airport end. I totally agree with what you're saying here. You need a solid foundation up the order. Remember, I asked you a question about the strike rate of the openers. All of them were below 35 up the order, inside 8 overs. So that is something that you'd want to worry about, and that is something that can apply pressure to the mid order. Catch is the call, then catch went in vain. Giselle Shimwe continues with the misery of missing stumps there at mid-off. I'm telling you, things are not going away. She can do better than that. This time around, she chose to go for the underarm, but still she keeps on missing. Look, she's trying to explain how that is happening. It's like, no, you can look at those hand gestures that she knows that things are not going my way. I've tried my best, yeah, but I'm not getting that accuracy that I need to hit the stumps there. If she had gone for those stumps there, that was going to be the end of Neymar Michelin. 12 runs of 26 deliveries.
Moments of tease there. The bowler also trying her hand to get a catch, but nowhere did the ball go close to her. And then the run-out attempt by Ishimwe Giselle. So close yet so far. Animated appeal there for a run out, but umpire not moved. We've got Jackson and Guston, the on-field umpires. Both sounding like Frenchmen, but completely true Africans, true Rwandese.
But they've done a fantastic job there today, I'm telling you. Look. Shout there. Look at pace that is Mohawe is producing there, I'm telling you. Neymar look there, she looks down there, she knows that things are not easy for her. There was a lot of pace there being offered by Mohawe Neymar, not giving a time to play that ball to the leg side. Lovely piece of bowling, especially at the depth from the number 14 in your screen there, Mohawe Neymar Immaculate.
Oh, that must have hurt. That must have truly hurt her. Full and misses it completely once again.
$17 overs gone here, 60 for 7. Current required run rate is gone to 16, 49 of 18 balls here. Now, who in the charity dugout or in those two batters at the middle can be able to come and go for the ball and get a team to cross the line? With the ball in the hand there, it should be like Giselle Ishimwe comes in to do the finishing job. She's bowled 3 overs. She's coming in to bowl a last over here. A good single there taken by Pacific Nyirandorimana to get off strike. But these singles now, we have been crying for them to get singles, but now I don't think they need to be getting singles. They need to be getting boundaries here. Singles, we needed them earlier on, but now they need boundaries. Slow delivery there. Trying to go for one. Not out, says the umpire there. Good fielding there in the covers by Ingabire Sifa.
Once again, run out and misses it once again. Surviving is Neymar. It's written in the cards. Maybe she has to be there till the end. Despite not being too productive, but she will have to remain there. Somehow, the fielder just managed to miss the stumps. And again, not quite sure what shot that was, but a dot ball for sure.
Smart bowling there by Giselle Ishimwe. Run out chance. Neymar just goes in there. Giseline dislodges the bell that sees the Pacific Nyirandorimana working back. Yeah, trouble again comes in. Enjoying herself there, Giselle Ishimwe, dislodging the bells. There it is.
Absolutely making a mockery out of the batters out there in the middle. A complete mix-up between the two. Easiest of run-outs. Blindfoldedly, Giselle could have taken the bails off. And she did, with some finesse. 62 on board for the loss of 8. Final delivery of the 18th over here. And we've got Ange, who's just walked in. Giselle giving away that wide. We'll have to come back once again. On strike is Neymar, who's on 13 of 30 deliveries. And there you have it. Neymar has been bowled after 2 consecutive wides. Giselles knocks her over. Long and full. Straight and full, and the finger will be raised. Easy as you like it. 64 all out. The team has been strangled. And that's that. The end of the game. Players walking off. Indatwa Hampshire winning by 44 runs. A comfortable one-sided win. There you have the scorecard. Wamahoro Kathia, the opening batsman, 19 of 36. Irajana Sonia, 6 of 13. Bimenyimana Dian, 0 of 4. Neymar Michelin, 13 of 31 deliveries. Sandrine Izavayo, Golden Duck. Ishimwe Dusabe Mungu Dian, 1 of 2. Mutoniwasi Celine, 7 of 8. Wamahoro Angelique, wicketkeeper, 0 of 2. Nirandorimana Pacific, 2 of 7. Ange Wingabire, Golden Duck. And Nikuzwe Rihanna, without facing a single delivery, stays not out. With 16 extras being offered by Indatwa Hampshire. Those are the bowling figures. The most expensive of the lot. Despite picking up 3 wickets, Ingabire Sifa, 3 overs, 9 dots, 13 runs only, picks up 3 wickets, economy of 4.33. Mohammed Imane Immaculate, 3.1 overs, 14 dots, 11 runs, 1 wicket, economy of 3.47. Tumukunde Marie Joseph, 3 overs, 11 dots, 10 runs, 1 wicket, economy of 3.33. And those are the star performers. Giselle Ishimwe, 36 of 44. Nirandorimana Pacific picking up 2 wickets for 8 runs in her 4 overs. Ira Jena Sonia, 1 wicket off, gave 14 runs in her 4 overs. Neymar Michelin, 1 wicket, 25 runs in 4 overs. Then for Charity, Wamahoro, 19 of 36. Neymar Michelin, 13 of 31. And that's that. I will be joining you shortly for the post-match presentations of this game. Signing out is Zaid Khan and Leonard Namburo.
Respect.